Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Shaheen Shawalkar. I want to welcome everyone to our first ever MWA Special Needs event. Thank you all so much for taking the time to come out tonight from your busy schedules and get involved. We are so excited to have so much support for this cause. Just a little background about myself. I'm born and raised in Chicago. I am married and have two beautiful little girls, 5 years and 17 months. I completed my bachelor's and master's degree in social work from Loyola University, Chicago, and I've worked with the Schaumburg School District for the past 6 years. I'm currently on leave. The inclusion of children with special needs in our community is something very near to me for 2 reasons. As a social worker, I've worked with children of all different abilities, from typical to severe disabilities, and based on my experiences, I realize it is so important that we understand the unique qualities and emotional and social personalities of each child, and create an environment where all children feel safe and accepted within their community. Secondly, and most important, my own 5-year-old daughter has been diagnosed with significant developmental delays. For the past year, we've struggled with understanding her disability, going to specialist after specialist and therapists several times a week who've provided us so much knowledge and helped us truly understand and appreciate her unique abilities. When I found out that my child has a disability and is not developing as a normal or typical child, it was the most humbling, heartbreaking, and challenging experiences of my life. I never thought something like this could happen to me, but I truly believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tests us in different ways and that everything happens for a reason. Naturally, I looked to support in this situation and found it with my wonderful family, my closest friends, and wonderful therapists who we've been blessed with. But I also wanted to look within the Muslim community as a whole to see what resources were available to my daughter and my family to help us. What I found was that outside of the Muslim community, there are many resources available to children with special needs. But within our community, there are almost none. And not just that, but there's such a stigma attached to having a child with a disability. So I created a Facebook special needs page and enlisted the help of MWA to try to bring about the process of awareness. I want my daughter to be able to look within her own Muslim community to find safety, love, and acceptance regardless of her ability. And I personally also want to look within my own community for support and help. So alhamdulillah, with the help of friends and MWA, I am so excited that we were able to put this event together to bring about the awareness, empathy, and inshallah create an environment where our children with special needs are understood and not feared. We are so lucky to have 5 amazing women up here who are going to be sharing their personal and emotional stories with us, and we thank you all for doing this. We really appreciate it. With that being said, I'm going to introduce my great friend and co-manager, Arij Faze. She'll talk a little bit about herself and then introduce some speakers, and then we'll get started.
Thank you, Shaheen. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Arij Khan. I'm married and I'm a mother of 3 children, 2 girls ages 10 and 7 and 1 boy, 4-year-old boy. We know from the experiences of families and the findings of research that having a child with a disability can powerfully affect everyone in the family. The topic of special needs hits home for me as I have a 4-year-old nephew who has autism. Initially, after finding out about the diagnosis, our family had a hard time to cope with this disability. Life has dramatically changed for my sister in a matter of time as it affected her emotionally. Her life had not only become challenging, but she had to sacrifice her entire career and now give all the time she had to her son and his therapies. After looking at my sister's lifestyle with her son made me realize that any disability can affect the parent emotionally and physically. Over the years, I've discovered that many people in our community don't communicate their feelings or are in a denial regarding the problems their children have. I feel as if this is a stigma in our culture. These are the few reasons why I got myself in this organization, MWA. I really hope that in the future events that we plan to do, that will benefit parents as well as caregivers of children with special needs, and that each parent can become a resource for others. Now we're going to start with the speakers, and I will be starting with our first speaker right here, Juhi Tahir. Juhi Tahir is blessed with 3 daughters, mashallah, all born and raised in Naperville, ages 7, 11, and 12. She's resided in Naperville for the past 16 years. Her 11-year-old daughter, Mehreen, has autism ADD and is in the Naperville public schools with one-on-one instruction and in a self-contained class, but also streamlined with typical kids in inclusion throughout the day, varying by class. She has limited verbal skills, but is exceptionally social and high energy and thrives on being around people. She's a working mom and is currently heads up a division at Crescent Foods right here in Oak Brook as VP Sales and Marketing. She's been in the marketing field for over 17 years and has worked in the halal industry, first finance, now food for the past 9 years. She's trying to make a big change in Naperville through awareness and education. Her family speaks on any possible front about Mehreen and her challenges at home. School, masjid, social events, people's homes. Even her eldest daughter has presented twice to youth groups about sibling challenges. She also does Autism Speaks walks for autism at Soldier Field to raise money every May, alhamdulillah. The next speaker we have is Kenda Akkad. Kenda has been in Chicago for 14 years. She's a mother of 4 children, mashallah, 12, 9, 5, and 2. Her eldest son, Muad, was diagnosed with autism when he was 3 years old. She has attended many workshops, trainings, and conferences about autism in and out of state of Illinois, with the main focus on teaching children with autism. She also teaches Quran and Tajweed in many different Islamic organizations in the state. The next speaker we have is Sabrina Qureshi. Sabrina currently serves as the president of Camp Chicago and is also serving on national board as the director of finance and director of operations. She's joined Camp in 2006 as an events planner for the Camp Chicago chapter. Sabrina was the Camp Conference co-manager in 2011, assistant conference manager of the 2009 Camp Conference, and was the sponsorship manager for the 2008 conference. Professionally, Sabrina is a research operations specialist for a financial research firm in Chicago with 7 years of experience in the financial industry. She graduated from the University of Illinois at Chicago in 2003 with a degree in finance. Sabrina strongly believes in giving back to community and enjoys volunteering for various organizations, as well as supporting humanitarian causes. Her younger sister, Rebecca Anam Qureshi, was born with cerebral palsy and severe brain damage and passed away in August of 2009 at the age of 22. Our next speaker we have here is Summer Goalie. Summer Goalie is an award-winning poet and well-known writer, artist, poet, and a recognized speaker. She's the author of the bestseller Treasured Misfortunes, which is about a journey with her daughter as they battled with spina bifida. This book is available at Amazon. Her poem, Beautiful Children, won an international award. A portion of the book proceeds is donated to the Illinois Spina Bifida Association. Summer has published several books of poetry and exhibits her work at many different locations globally. Summer partakes active roles in many organizational and educational boards. She's currently working on 2 books. They are called Leaves of Life, The Voice of a Muslim Woman, and the other is A Rose in My Garden. That's about her daughter who survived through spina bifida. Summer graduated from the University of Illinois at Chicago with a BA in Literature, Communication, and Art. She aims to empower women of various cultures and backgrounds in order to improve quality of their lives. She embraces all cultures, races, religions, and walks of life with respect and understanding. Summer strongly believes through mutual respect, people can easily communicate with one another. Through communication and compassion, individuals easily learn to understand and accept each other, and through acceptance and understanding, bridges will be built to connect communities. Our last speaker is Dr. Miriam Muscovy. Dr. Muscovy holds a Bachelor's of Science in Education from the Iowa State University in Ames, Iowa, a Master's of Arts degree in Human Resources Development from the University of Illinois at Springfield, and a Doctorate of Ministry from the Ecumenical Theological Seminary in Detroit, Michigan. Before her retirement, she was the chief of the Developmental Disabilities Bureau of Best Practices within the Illinois Department of Human Services. As such, she had the responsibility for the development, implementation, and evaluation of staff training curricula for individuals, providing services and supports in both public and private settings to the thousands of persons with developmental disabilities in Illinois. Dr. Muscovy developed the first standardized and competency-based training curriculum for qualified developmental disability professionals in the United States. Dr. Muscovy is a chaplain to area Muslims and has served on the boards of Greater Springfield Interfaith Association, Helping Hands, Homeless Shelter and Coalition to promote human dignity and diversity, as well as spokesperson for the Islamic Society of Greater Springfield. She's rotating chaplain for the Illinois State Senate. In August of this year, Illinois Governor Pat Quinn appointed Dr. Muscovy to the state's first Illinois Muslim American Advisory Council.